Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Dan from DHTV, and today I'm going to be reviewing the ROVERBEATS T12 wireless Bluetooth speaker. Let's get started. So as you can see, this speaker here is quite a bit larger than some of the other speakers I've been reviewing in the past, and that's because this one here is going to give you bigger sound and a bigger punch. Now moving to the device itself, we'll take a quick look at the design and the features built into the device. So first off, on the front side, you'll notice it has a very sleek design with the two-tone black and red, which always looks nice. You can also get this in a gray and black sort of look, and I'll actually link you guys in the description down below if you want to get other people's reviews, as well as check out pricing and specifications. But for starters, on the front side, you'll notice that the design has somewhat of an hourglass look to it, and that's because this is housing two speakers rather than one that most of these Bluetooth speakers are using. So you're going to get some great sound out of it. Moving up to the top, you have all your controls. So you've got your volume down, and then you also have your previous button, which is built in together, which is a little bit annoying. I wish they did include these as separate buttons. In the middle, you have your play pause, and then on the right side, again, is a dual button, which will allow you to skip ahead or raise the volume of your device. Now the way it works is if you press the right side, you'll get your volume up. If you press the left side of that button, you'll skip ahead. And what I found, which was a little bit annoying, was that I did end up pushing the wrong button because it is very small and very tedious to press exactly on the one side to get the actual setting you want. But it's not a big deal because the sound definitely makes up for this. Moving to the middle, you'll notice we have a little LED light. This will indicate whether you're connected via Bluetooth or if your battery is dying, and various other things as well. So you can check that out. There's an instruction manual that does come with this if you want to know exactly what each color or flashing light means. So you can check that out. And then on the back side here, we have our ports as well as our on-off switch. So starting from the left, we have our micro USB charging port. Basically, you can charge this with micro USB to your computer, or if you have a USB adapter that can plug into the wall, you can do that as well. You have your auxiliary port, so if you have a device that doesn't connect via Bluetooth, you can connect it via a headphone jack that has two ends, which is basically an auxiliary cord, and you can plug that in and listen to your speaker and sound that way. And then obviously on the right side, we have our on-off switch. Now as for the design itself, it has a rubbery feel to it with a matte finish color, but it feels like it's almost got a shine to it underneath this matte finish, which gives it a really nice look and sleek feel when you're holding it in your hand. Now as for the weight of this device, I find that it's very light, but not too light that it's going to blow away if you keep this outside. The weight is in the right spots. It's mostly on the bottom sides and sort of to the right and left, whereas where you're going to need it, because that will keep it stable if you have it on a desk or on a table, if you're outside, the wind will not take this away. And especially with the design, how it's sort of the flat look and it's more wide, it's going to be a little bit more stable than those taller ones that are more like the can style. They'll be a little bit more stable this way. Now as for my personal use and testing with this particular speaker over the past few weeks, I found it to be very good in all areas. First off, connecting via Bluetooth is very easy and works with pretty much every Bluetooth device you try. I connected it with my Nexus 7 tablet, I tried it with my iPad, my iPhone, as well as my computer, and it worked great. Sound quality was great with all the devices, and sound quality was also great in different scenarios with each device. Now I also tried connecting it with an older device, so I used my iPod Nano, and I connected it with the auxiliary cable, and of course, as it should be, sound quality is great, and it works just fine. Now I did take the device to different areas, so I tested it outside at various distances with a few different devices, and I found that it works fairly well at fairly long distances. Now I wasn't able to measure exactly how far I went, but on the box it says you should get about 10 meters or 33 feet, and that's pretty good. Think about 3 basketball nets of length, and that's pretty much how far you would get. And that's pretty good in my mind because most people don't have their device too far away from their, say, cell phone or their Bluetooth device that they're connecting to. So if you're at the beach or if you're at a soccer game or something like that, should be good, and you shouldn't have any trouble with distance or distortion of sound. Now in terms of indoor use as well as use with obstructions, I found that this device works very well. So I tested this out in my condo with a cement wall blocking this device device to my smartphone and I didn't have any disconnects. It was about 15 feet of distance, so about half of the full length of distance you should be able to get with this device, and it worked very well. No distortion. I was able to control the sound with my iOS device, and I was able to raise the volume, lower the volume, change the songs, various things like that from the family room, and it would change in the bedroom without any issues. Now, one thing I really liked about the device was the battery lifetime. I was able to get about 10 hours. I tried to measure it as clean as I could. It does say you'll get up to 12 hours, and one thing I did notice is that I never actually had to take this device to full power, so it always worked pretty much in mid-range or just about 70% volume. So keep that in mind as well, because it's quite loud. You probably won't need to take it to full blast very often unless you're outside or in a very loud setting. So just to recap, on this speaker here, it's going to give you some very good sound and a little bit better sound than those traditional can-sized speakers like this. You're going to sacrifice a little bit of portability, but if you're looking for bigger sound or a speaker that's going to offer you a little bit more in terms of bass, you're going to want to get something larger like this one here. Now, as I said, there is a link in the description down below with full specifications of this speaker, as well as price, availability, and other people's reviews, so you can check that out. But in terms of my testing, as I said, the only flaw I found with this was the buttons up top. I was not a fan of the dual buttons. So if that's something that's going to really bug you, then maybe this isn't right for you. But it's something very small in terms of sound, because for me, it's all about the sound, all about the bass, and all about how this thing performs, and it performs very well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know what you think of it in the comment box down below. I've also got more reviews on more speakers coming up in the near future, and if you've missed any of the other reviews on speakers such as this one here or other speakers, there is a full playlist in the description down below that you can check out as well. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box, and I will see you in the next one.